अगर आपको बहुत कम समय में एक बहुत ही बेटर लीडर बनना है जो दुनिया में बहुत आगे जाए और बहुत बड़ा बन जाए, देन इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लो, क्योंकि इंडिया के और वर्ल्ड के सारे बड़े लीडर से हम सही क्वेश्चंस पूछते हैं जो आपको हेल्प करेगा. Who's one of the artists you want to get and he's not coming to India?
Calvin Harris, you have to say. He's not
coming to India?
Never come to India.
Kyun?
Just for whatever reason, it's been impossible to bring him down. So maybe someday that will change. David Guerra as well, although he has come to India many times. But
he's come to India.
You know, we've also brought him for Sunburn, but it's been a very long time. So would love to obviously.
So why do they not come? Is there any reason that Calvin
well.
nahi aata? Calvin is one of the most expensive DJs in the world, right?
Yeah. So that is one. आपने question बोल के answer भी दे दिया.
So I heard that Calvin is one of the most expensive DJs, but I don't think he has that pull where he can pull off more crowd.
No, he can pull off. So that's the thing, right? That there are also, I mean, how do I put this? There are artists who recognize that India is a very important market for them. They love their India fans. And if they're coming to India, because we don't have the same ticket pricing, we cannot, So here the strategy is that maybe the strategy is that you play more shows.
Yeah.
You hit more markets, but your average fee will be a little lesser
per show. Yeah.
Per show. And therefore we did 8 shows with Garrix, we did 6 shows with Snake, we did 6 with Alan Walker. And then because the truth is that we still cannot afford to pay what maybe the big American festivals or European promoters might be paying.
And how much would like a Calvin Harris would charge in Europe? Like $1 million or more?
Possibly, yeah. Around that.
8 crore for a show.
Around that, yeah. Possibly. So, yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there. Yeah. And how, like usually do you have now, because people who are coming back again and again, they must be having some variables apart from the fixed cost, right? Ki they would be like, okay, ek kaam karo, mera fee hai, for example, 4 crore. मैं 2 crore लूंगा, but बाकी फिर मैं 30% of the overall sales लूंगा या 20%. Does this kind of deals happen?
No, it works a little different. There are different models. There is one model which is like that, which is a versus model where you have a guarantee of X, and that's against say 80% of the ticketing.
Okay.
So if that 80% is more than X, you have to pay that.
Okay.
But then what we usually do is that you're taking a fee of say $200,000, and we have a scaling or a plan of selling 12,000 tickets, which will cover our 15% margin. So if we go beyond 12,000, because the demand is greater than expected and the venue can take it, then on those extra tickets, we will give you the majority share. Because you are the artist. So if we sell 15,000 tickets, out of those 3,000 tickets, maybe 2,000 will go to you and 1,000 will come to us.
Got it.
Yeah.
So the extra, अगर तुम्हारे नाम पे ज़्यादा pull है तो ठीक है. Let's say you work with Martin Garrix, you work with Dimitri is like Mike, Armin van Buuren, Hardwell, Marshmello, Alan Walker, सब बड़े chain smokers. So you are booking them. Can I also book them, or can someone else also book them?
See, these international agents and artists, they'll never give you a formal exclusivity.
They would not give country exclusivity
in writing, or you will not have a signed contract with them for exclusivity. But I mean, what we've seen to these guys, the relationships are super important. So if you're doing good work, अच्छे show कर रहे हो, अच्छा production है, you're taking care of them, you're not giving them any reason to move to anyone else. So like most of these guys that you mentioned, plus Martin, Snake, Alan Walker, Dimitri Vegas, and like Mike, they've been primarily coming with us only for the last, you can say, decade or whatever. And we work with them even strategically, that India ka kya plan hona chahiye, right? Like we worked with them and said that if you did 3 shows, Bombay, Delhi, Bangalore, and they went very well, why don't we look at a 2-weekend tour? You give us 2 weekends and let's expand. Let's see. Let's go to different cities. Let's do these PR activities in the days off. So we work with them like partners
to help them expand their footprint in
India. Yeah. But no, there's no formal exclusivity as such.
There's nothing like that. So if there's, let's say, there's no exclusivity, so I can pay and get them, right? So I can get the same artist, I can have the same beautiful location, I can build a similar setup and put up money. What makes one event different from other? बिकॉज अगर मैं सेम चीज़ मान लो अरीना की बात करते हैं, ठीक है, एक अरीना एक कॉन्सर्ट है, यू आर डूइंग इन बॉम्बे, कॉन्सर्ट किया आपने मार्टिन गैरिक्स के साथ, मैंने भी कर लिया एक राइट कॉन्सर्ट, बट स्टिल यू हैव सीन कि इवन तो आर्टिस्ट सेम होता है, लोग सेम होते हैं, एक इवेंट में ज़्यादा लोग आते हैं, एक इवेंट में कम लोग आते हैं, तो ऐसा क्यों होता है? लाइक व्हाट इज द रीजन व्हाई there are few festivals were successful, or few arenas or few concerts were successful versus others? It's not that easy. मतलब सुनने में ऐसा लगता है कि अरे सब तो सेम है, हर जगह सेम है. टिकट्स इनफैक्ट I've seen at places where the same artist is coming again और टिकट प्राइसेस सस्ती हैं, उसके बाद भी वो शो इतना नहीं भरता जितना कोई दूसरा प्रमोटर भर देता है.
Correct. I think that's the, you know, brand salience of Sunburn that we've built right over 15 years. And see, the thing is that what we've been through and what learnings we have, you cannot acquire that overnight. Matlab, even as a new promoter, you'll have to live through that. You'll have to make the same mistakes. You'll have to live through everything. That there are no shortcuts in life. You know, so we have now come to a stage where we know how things work. We know how the marketing works, the ticketing strategy, the production, the challenges that one has to deal with, because we've kind of been through it, and we've been through every single event. You know, challenge and eventuality over the years. And then I think from the artist point of view also, it's not just that, okay, if I'm paying someone 100 and you pay 150, it's not just that, because especially for India, they're like that boss, that guarantee that everything will be smooth, well taken care of, event will happen firstly. वो भी कुछ गारंटी नहीं है ना, यो आपने पैसे दे दिए लेकिन बड़ा लॉस बन रहा है, then maybe you'll be like चलो छोड़ दे यार, we'll go back to, you know, our fucking factory business or whatever. So event will happen, security will be fine, there'll be no issues, the production will be world class. You know, they cannot trust those things in these parts of the world. So sending money though is just one part of it, and often the easiest part of it.
उसके बाद दूसरा. But what do you think on ground for people, what makes a difference? क्या होता है ऐसे एक दो चीज़ें highlight जो festival में यार this makes us different?
On ground, I think that,
और या तो just in the marketing.
On ground is the overall experience, and I think that you know, as I said earlier, that even in scenarios where maybe you're losing money or something, but you still focus on giving an amazing world-class experience to all your attendees. So they will remember that, they will recognize that, there's nothing as effective as word of mouth marketing. I think not just in our industry, but
every industry,
right? Because ab hoarding laga lo, but if my 5 friends tell me that boss, last time Sunburn was fantastic, then I want to go for it. But if they say that experience fuck all then I will probably.
But what happens?
Then no amount of hoardings are going to convince me.
But what happens to big events? Let's say Lollapalooza first time India में आया, right? One can say कि वो बहुत बड़ी फ्रेंचाइजी है, वर्ल्ड वाइड बहुत बड़ा है. मुझे पहली बार पता चला तो भी मैं चले गया, right? And I went with कि ओ क्या hype है,
correct,
कुछ तो होगा. And I met at least 20-30 people there. They had no clue what Lollapalooza around the world is. Right? उनको लगा इंडिया में ही हो रहा है, बड़ा फेस्टिवल हो रहा है, चले जा रहे हैं. So what इनके पास तो obviously book my show experience and all of that is there.
Yes.
But for consumer mindset, मैं तो पहली बार देख रहा हूँ. मुझे तो पता नहीं कि इसकी ब्रांड रिकॉल क्या है. ओवर द इयर्स जैसे सनबर्न बन गया एक ब्रांड, तो लोगों को पता है कि एक सर्टन कैलिबर का इवेंट होगा.
करेक्ट.
लोलापुलूज़ा पता ही नहीं है, फिर भी इतने लोग भर देते हैं. लाइक व्हाट डू यू फील, कितने लोग चले क्यों जाते हैं?
आई मीन सी इन द लाइव म्यूजिक genre, because we are in EDM, तो live music में this was the biggest thing to ever happen in India.
Do you feel headliners made
so the brand, the headliners, everything, because experience, so it was the first time happening, right? So
पता ही नहीं था कि क्या होगा.
Until you go there, you can only assume that because Lollapalooza Chicago में होता है, South America में होता है, Europe में होता है, so there'll be a good experience.
पता भी नहीं था कि होता है. उसके बाद पता चला जब मैं actually attend किया, उसके बाद I started कि okay, Lollapalooza is one of the biggest festivals.
I know, being a part of the same organizational family, that they went absolutely all out on the experience.
It was a good experience.
Yeah. So from, you know, everything from access to parking to, you know, entry to, of course, the inside F&B, everything, they went all out.
It was good. Actually, it was one of the most well done events in recent times which I've attended.
Correct.
It was not a fuck all experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
नहीं तो usually तुम stampede में ही होते हो, तुम fuck all ही होता है experience.
Exactly.
Both the days were good.
Exactly.
Okay. So it's just मतलब headliners के through attract करते हो और फिर अंदर दूसरा
Yeah,
experience देते हो
initially,
so that
though,
next time
initially you
people
have to
come back.
rely on the lineup to attract people. But then, yes, you have to follow that up with the experience.
And then you keep losing money for first 1, 2, 3, 4 years to build that, and then 5th, 6th year, so you start actually doing.
Yeah, usually, if you do things right, if you book the right artists, if you get the right sponsors to increase their investments, then maybe you can make money earlier also.
That's so intense. Thank you so much हमारा वीडियो आपने एंड तक देखा. प्लीज़ इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो ताकि ऐसी और भी बेहतर क्लिप्स आप तक पहुँचे और आपको हेल्प करे एक बेटर लीडर बनने में.